Alright, to change the position of the door handle from left facing to right facing and vice versa, there's a screw on the back here. Just unscrew that and simply turn the handle to the other side. Screw that back in, and there you go. Now it's on the other side. Now for the other piece, it's a little bit more tricky, but still not bad. You just have to unscrew the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws that are on the back of this. I already did it, so it'd be faster on the video to show you. Then you take that back plate off, and then you have to lift this piece up, and then same thing, there's a screw right there. Just unscrew it, turn the handle, screw it back in. This is already facing the way I need it to, so I'm not going to do it, but that's how you would do it if you needed to. Alright, for the initial programming, you'll want to change the master code. Default is 123456. For this video, I'm going to change it to 1234. So you'll do pound, then the master code, then pound. Option 11 is to change the master code, pound. Then I want it to be 1234 pound, and you confirm it by typing it again and pound. And now the master code is set to 1234. Then the next thing you can do is set the clock. So for pretty much all of the programming, you'll start out by doing pound and then the master code, pound, and then the option you want, and then the setting. So to set the time, it's going to be option 88. So we'll do the master code, pound, option 88, pound, and then you do it by year first. So 16, then month 07, then day 16, and then the time is in military time, so 1346, and then pound. So now the date and time is set. Now we can add our first user code with option 01. So we'll do our master code, option 01, pound. Now this user is going to be user 001, and then we can set a pin number, say 1357, and then we're going to do pound 3 times. There we go. Now that user should be set 1357, and it unlocked. Okay, now this lock also comes with 2 key cards, so we'll program one of those. As you can see, if I try it right now, it doesn't work. That one doesn't work either. So to set that, we'll do our master code, and then to add a user, it's also 01, and this user is going to be 002 pound, and then all we have to do is touch the card to it and then pound 3 times. And now we can use the card. And you can see this one still doesn't work, but this one does. Alright, so that's the initial programming you'll want to do. You can do it either before you install it on the door like I did here, or after, it doesn't matter. Alright, once you've done the initial programming, you can do some more complex programming, and the manual it comes with is really good. It's actually pretty easy to read and follow along on how to program. It doesn't tell you how to install, so I'll show that, but let me just do a few examples of the more complex codes you can do. Say you want to let somebody in your house, but you just want to give them a one-time code. You don't want to do a permanent code for them. You can set up a one-time service code with option 33. So we'll do our master code, option 33, and then we'll do a code, say 1111, and hit pound twice. So now if we do 1111, it'll work only one time, and after that one time, it doesn't work anymore. And if you do too many wrong attempts, I think it's 3, then it'll kind of do a lockout mode for a minute. The next thing I want to show you is setting up a user that has to use a key card and a code at the same time. So we do that with, we'll do our master code, add a user with 01. This user is going to be user 003. Then we'll do a code just one time, and then a card, and then we'll go ahead and 3 times there. So now if the user tries to enter, he can do his code, but it won't unlock until you hit the card as well. Or you can do it the other way around by doing the card first, but it won't unlock until you do the code. If you need to delete any users, you can do that with option 44. Master code, option 44. We want to delete user 003. So now that doesn't work anymore. Another thing you can do is set up a user that can only access the system during a certain time period. So we'll go ahead and do that. 01, option 01 to add a user. We just deleted 003, so we'll put a new 003 in there. And then you go ahead and do a code. We'll do 2222 one time, and then you'll do your start time, the year, month, day, and it's 223, so we'll do 1423 pound, and then the end time, year, month, day, and we'll say 225, so 1425. So now that user can do his code, because it's 223 still. But now after 2 minutes, that code won't work anymore. That user will be disabled. Okay, if you already have a user and you want to set them up with a schedule to be able to access, say only on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8:30 in the morning to 5:30 at night, you can do that with option 45. So we set user 001 up with code 1357. So we'll do our master code for option 45, and the code was 1357, and Monday is 1 all the way through Sunday is 7, so we want Monday, Wednesday 3, Friday 5 pound, and then the beginning time of 8:30, 08:30, ending time of 5:30 at night, so 17:30 and pound. and pound. So now, because today is Saturday, that user won't be able to do his code because it was set up for just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that doesn't work. We can modify that and add Saturday in there. We'll do for option 45, code 1357. Now we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 08:30 to 17:30. So now that user should be able to access. And there it goes. If there are any other functions you want to add, you can just follow along in the manual. Like I said, it's really easy to use and read and follow along with. But those are just a few of the basic ones and a few complex ones that should help you get started. Okay, the last thing to show you before I install this on the door is just how to use the key. If the batteries die or just for whatever reason you can't remember the code, there's a button right here on the back of the door handle. If you press that, then the handle will kind of slide out, and that revealing the keyhole, and you can just use your key like so. Then you can just push that back. Okay, so for this door, you're going to need, for this door handle, you're going to need to drill a hole right here. And one thing you can do to determine where you need to drill that hole is just stick this piece in and stick a couple screws through, so you can put this piece on and line it up. And once you get it lined up, you can go ahead and just mark with a pen or a pencil on the door where you need to drill. And then I'm going to use a 1/4 inch bit to drill through. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and show you when it's done. Alright, so now that I've got my hole drilled here, I went ahead and screwed this in, as well as this piece right here screwed in. Now before I install it in the door, there's just a few things I need to do to get ready. So here's the pieces it comes with. It comes with 3 long screws, 3 medium screws, 3 pegs, 2 are the same, a tiny screw like that, 2 little screws, a little clip, and your middle piece there. So to get this ready, what you want to do is go ahead and take the 2 matching pegs here and just screw them in. Right there. This is on the side of the door with the keypad. And then that little flat knobby screw and the last peg, you want to go ahead and screw that in there. It only fits in one side. Don't twist it all the way. Leave a little bit of slack, because you're going to put it in here and then slide it down, and then you can screw it to tighten it. And then let's go ahead and put one of these rubber pieces on. I'm going to fit that through there. Okay. And now your center peg here, you'll notice one end has some holes in it. That's the end that's going to go on this side. There's holes in the top and bottom of this, so you'll line the holes up top and bottom. And with your clip, you're just going to go ahead and put the clip straight through. Okay, there we go. And that's what holds the peg on there. And then for the opposite side, you go ahead and remove the second battery there because you're going to put a screw through there. But you can put the back rubber piece on it. Just kind of, there's some notches right here that line up with some holes there. And that way those will sit against your door. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and feed the outside piece through the door. We'll just stick the wire through the top there. And get that through there. And go. Get all the pegs through the holes there. Then we'll take our back piece and we'll feed the cable through this little notch there. And we'll line everything up. Okay, now you get to decide if you want to use the longer screws or the medium screws. My door is not too thick, so I'm just going to go with the medium screws, and I'll screw these in and come back when it's done. Okay, now that I've got those screwed in, I'll go ahead and just finish it up by connecting our wire here. And putting in our battery. Okay, and now this piece will just fit in there. And screw on with our two small screws. Okay, that's all there is to it.